You're born inside open water as one of thousands, drifting in a cloud of siblings so thin and pale you can barely tell where your body ends and the current begins. You have no shell yet, no real shape, and almost nothing to defend yourself with. The water moves you wherever it wants, and you let it, because there is nothing else you can do. Around you, your siblings begin to vanish. Small fish drift through the cloud and feed without effort, swallowing dozens of you in a single pass. You don't have a way to fight back and you don't have a way to hide. You only have time, and not much of it. Your body is built for one thing, and if you don't find it soon, you will not survive long enough to matter. You drift for a while, carried sideways through cold water, and something in you waits for a signal you don't yet understand. You don't know what you're looking for. You only know that the open water is not where you're meant to stay. Every hour, the cloud around you thins. The siblings that started beside you are mostly gone now, and the ones that remain are spreading apart, each pulled in its own direction. You don't follow them. There is no instinct that tells you to. There is only the waiting and the slow narrowing of your chances. You're a few days old now, and your body has changed. You've hardened slightly. You've grown small hooked limbs along your sides, and they curl inward, ready to grip. You still drift, but now you drift with purpose, because your body has begun to sense the things moving around you. Vibrations, pressure, the faint chemical trace of something alive. Then one passes close. A shape, large and steady, pushing water ahead of it as it moves. You don't think. Your body simply reacts. You angle toward it, and you grip the first surface you touch, and the surface is the gill of a fish. You hold on. The water rushing past tries to tear you loose, but your hooked limbs are built for exactly this, and you do not let go. For the first time since you were born, you have stopped drifting. You settle into the gill chamber, tucked against the soft red tissue, and you begin to feed. You're small enough that the fish barely reacts to you. You take only a little, just enough to keep growing, and the fish carries you through the water without knowing you're there. This is the easy part of your life, though you don't know that yet. You have shelter, you have food, you have a host that doesn't fight you, but your body is not finished changing, and what it wants next is not the gill. You're a couple of weeks old now, and something inside you has shifted. You've grown larger, and the gill chamber that once felt wide now feels tight around you. Your body has begun to ask for more than this small steady trickle of blood. There is another of your kind here. You can sense it nearby, smaller than you, gripping the gill on the other side. You don't approach it and it doesn't approach you. For now, you simply share the same host and stay apart. But your body has made a decision, and it doesn't ask you whether you agree. You release your grip on the gill and you begin to move. You crawl forward through the gill chamber, pulling yourself along with your hooked limbs, into the dark wet space behind the fish's jaw. The fish feels you now. It works its mouth, trying to dislodge whatever is moving inside it, but you hold tight to the soft floor of its mouth, and you keep going. Ahead of you is the thing your body has been built for since the day you were born. The fish's tongue, a thick muscle rooted at the base of the mouth, swollen with blood. You climb onto it, and you take hold, and you begin. You sink your limbs into the base of the tongue, into the two arteries that feed it, and you begin to drink. Not a trickle now. You take everything. Day after day, you draw the blood out of the muscle beneath you, and day after day, the tongue begins to change. It pales. It shrinks. The fish cannot stop you, and nothing inside its mouth can reach you. The tongue is dying, slowly, and you are the reason. You don't feel cruelty in this, and you don't feel mercy either. Your body needs the blood, and the tongue is where the blood is. Down here, this is how it works. You're a couple of months old now, and the tongue beneath you is gone. It withered until nothing was left but a small stub of tissue at the base of the mouth, and then even that fell away. The fish has no tongue now. What it has instead is you. You've grown to fill the space exactly, your pale segmented body resting where the muscle used to be, your limbs gripping the stub that remains. When the fish opens its mouth to feed, water rushes in and over you. When it closes its mouth, you press flat against the floor. You have become the organ you destroyed. The fish still needs a tongue to push food backward when it eats, and so, without choosing to, you do the job. You move when the fish feeds. You hold still when it rests. You are not a guest in this mouth anymore. You are part of it. This is the strangest truth of your life. You did not simply kill the tongue. You replaced it. The fish can still eat, still breathe, still swim, because you have stepped into the gap you created. It does not thank you for this, and you do not expect it to. The two of you are bound together now, host and replacement, and neither of you can undo what has happened. You will live the rest of your life in this mouth, and the fish will live the rest of its life carrying you. You are a year old now, and you are no longer alone. The smaller one from the gill chamber, the one you sensed weeks ago, has made the same journey you did. It crawled forward through the dark, the way you once did, and it found its way into the mouth. It is male, and it is smaller than you, and it does not try to take the tongue from you. It settles instead in the gill chamber behind you, close enough to reach, and your body recognizes what this means before you do. You have become female. You are the larger one now, the one anchored at the front, and the male behind you exists for one purpose. The two of you mate inside the mouth of the fish, in the dark, in the space where a tongue used to be. A short while later, your body fills with eggs, thousands of them, carried in a pouch beneath you, the same way your own mother once carried you. You hold them, and you wait, and the fish swims on through the water, with no knowledge of what is happening inside its own mouth. You don't know where your offspring will go. You only know that when you release them, they will drift the way you once drifted, thin and pale and almost shapeless, and most of them will be eaten within hours. A few will not. A few will find a host of their own. You don't think about this. You simply carry the eggs until your body is ready, and then you let them go into the water, and the cloud of them scatters and thins and disappears, exactly as it did the day you were born. You're a few years old now, and your life has become very still. You no longer grow. You no longer travel. You sit in the mouth of the fish, anchored where the tongue once was, taking only the small amount of blood you need to keep yourself alive. The fish has carried you for years now. It has grown larger and older and slower, and you have aged with it. You are tied to its life completely. Whatever happens to the fish will happen to you, and there is nothing you can do to change that. You do not control where it swims. You do not control what hunts it. You simply hold your place and wait. Then one day, the water around the fish changes. A pressure builds, fast and close, and the fish turns hard and bolts. You feel the whole body around you surge with panic, the muscles pulling tight, the water tearing past the open mouth. Something is chasing it. You grip the base of the mouth as hard as your limbs allow, and you hold on, because there is nothing else you can do. The fish twists and turns and tries to outrun the shape behind it. For a moment, it almost does. Then the pressure closes in, and the water goes still, and the mouth around you snaps shut for the last time. A larger fish has taken yours whole. You feel the body around you go limp, the panic gone, the muscles loose. You are still gripping the floor of a mouth, but the mouth no longer belongs to anything living. The two of you are swallowed together, host and replacement, into the dark of a larger stomach. You don't struggle. Your body was never built to escape. It was only ever built to hold on, and you held on until the end. The larger fish digests what it has eaten over the following days, and somewhere in that slow process, your body comes apart along with the host you spent your whole life inside. Nothing marks the place where you ended. Nothing notices that you are gone. The water keeps moving, and somewhere far away, a thin pale cloud of your offspring is drifting through it, waiting for a host of their own, beginning the same life you just finished. Life as a tongue-eating louse might be rough, but there's another creature out there that has it way worse. Trust me, it's wild. Check out the video and see for yourself.